And what do we see happening in Poland right now? Belarus is pushing migrants into Poland and Lithuania, Latvia. This is more than likely step 1, meaning there is step 2, which will be the Russian invasion. Russia is amassing troops again in Ukraine, but I saw that the invasion will be in the same region where the pilot flew over, Latvia, Lithuania, exactly where step 1 is complete. Is the dream fulfilling? Is Poland, Latvia and Lithuania not being invaded? Are they not scrambling to put up fences? What are the chances that step 1 complete is the same word in Polish and Belarusian, and that barely 6 months after the dream vision, we see a massive push of migrants into Poland, Latvia, Lithuania coming from Belarus? And I said in the vision, when the pilot flew over this region, that a signal was sent back to Russia from the pilot. The word she said was Krokshashinavazianam, and we now know the word in Polish means step 1 complete. We now see the EU and America calling out Russia for their assistance of the Belarusians with their flooding of migrants into Europe. I could not make this stuff up even if I tried. The fact that it has taken this long to figure out what the word means, combined with events, is at least for me the true meaning. Step 1 complete, it is the deception of the migrant flow into Europe to destroy the EU, which will have it wither like an aloe, as the seer mentioned. The seer said it would be Russia and China pushing communism into the West. Step 1 is complete or completing. It is also going to form part of the dream vision where I saw migrants get shot in between countries. And then the German twins appeared to me in Johannesburg in the summer, a very, very hot summer month. When the twins were in Europe, they looked German. When they were in South Africa, they looked more like 2 children from the Boer War era. They were the same girls, but in Europe they had on what looked like a German-style dress the girls wore in Europe, but in my kitchen where I saw them, they were dressed in traditional Boer clothes, but they were the same girls. I do not know the full meaning of what this means. The same girls appeared to me, twins, once in Europe, once in South Africa. While we see step 1 completing in Poland and the Belarusian migrant crisis, we also see American ships continue to sail into the Black Sea, and I am expecting things to pick up this April or May. This April or May 2022 could very well be when the invasion begins. It will happen when the laws are shelved finally in the UK, which will more than likely take place when the Queen dies. Notice on that front how quiet it is. I saw when the laws are shelved that the war will begin. The ducks flying out of the first dream vision, I still am not 100% sure what they are, or if they are a combination of what we have discussed. It could be that when the chains came undone in March 2020 that we fly out as this Queen dies. We realize somehow, which I do not know, that we are free, or it could be that the deception happens when we are told to look north when we are attacked at the same time or around the same time this war breaks out with Russia. I saw when the angel showed me the chains come undone in March 2020 that when the chains hit the ground, when we ran into our freedom, that the Russian missiles were pointed at the UK, so the ducks flying out of the tree in the first dream vision, flying out of the tree which had all the birds, which represent all the nations going along with this global communist revolution under the pretense of a virus. When the laws are shelved finally, international peace is broken. It will more than likely be broken in South Africa with this deception I saw take place at the same time it picks up with Russia. Now going to Turkey, we see Turkey sold drones to Ukraine which used them on Russian military equipment. We were told by the seer that Turkey would provoke Russia. Now Turkey has also been put on a grey list. The grey list will cost Turkey billions. Turkey's currency is collapsing. Turkey will not be able to get foreign investment, and it is on the same grey list as Pakistan. Now I want you to think about this. Turkey on a grey list is to prevent them from continuing their military build-up, much like the supply chain disruptions are there to destroy China economically. Now if Turkey cannot get their investments from the West, where will they go? Well, Africa. And where has Turkey been? President Erdogan had his massive tour of Africa, and who is Turkey selling electricity to, or trying to sell electricity in order to boost their economy? Turkey began their largest African tour at a time when the US troops have been their most despondent. More soldiers are quitting due to the force mandating of this magic potion, and they cannot do a single thing. This is the fulfillment of the dream vision. Turkey will pave over the roads America laid, and when they do, they will do so when the United States troops are their most despondent. They sit with their heads between their laps. So Turkey is paving over the roads, hence why America and the West had to quickly nip it in the bud and put it on the grey list to stop their expansion. To stop their military arms exports and other exports to countries that would prop up their economy. So when we discuss the grey list Turkey has been put under and bring it back to South Africa and those Turkish-powered vessels, we find a few issues staring at us and also staring at the Turks. First, under these laws, pressure will be put on South Africa to scrap those contracts with the Turks supplying electricity to South Africa, but if South Africa does that, well then more rolling blackouts. If that happens, the revolution comes to our door faster, but we also know how corrupt, conniving these communists are. They will do backdoor deals and will be pulling out from the West at a time the West is in decline, and as a result, well, we can see the Taliban attack in the Cape probably fit in here. All deceptions, and the intellectuals will not find it in their books. They're blind, the blind leading the blind. Open your eyes, the world is at war. War with China, war with Turkey, war in Ukraine, war on the people, war on your mind, war on your children, wars, but all under deception. No two wars are fought the same, therefore the deceptions become more deceptive, and to see through those deceptions we have to search and seek out the Most High to open our eyes. All I will say is, do not be deceived, do not believe the deceptions, stay strong. I pray for you all, I pray for the nation, I pray for our flag to fly over our nation. A free nation, a nation under God, united as one, with our eyes on the equator. The nations which lied about us, I pray for them, but their business is now with the Most High. You lied about South Africa, you lied about the Afrikaner, you short-sighted nations. Your lust for wealth blinded you, but their eyes will open in the end when they see us standing in our glory, a free nation. Prepare, get food, join groups, form groups, praise the Almighty, and do not be deceived by no man. Stock up on food. When the food issues and inflation hit South Africa, combined with failing infrastructure, angry unemployed masses, you should take heed. Get out of the cities. Surely there are enough of our people who can build and make way to move people into the remote western portion of the country, with today's technology. Your general lifestyle should not change if you live in the western portion of the country. There are a lot of opportunities for people who wish to pursue construction and that sort of thing in the western portion of the country. You do not want to be in the suburbs or cities when inflation hit, combined with food shortages, combined with power outages, a crumbling economy and infrastructure. We have a recipe for disaster. Then if you add to the fact the ANC has run out of money to pay staff, we are sitting in an African-style situation where generals, police begin to do weird things, and in Africa the tendency has always been at this stage for a violent revolution. When you throw all these ingredients together, bake it under pressure, what comes out is a monster. The monster devours its own and anything not its own. Make sure you stick to your own and out of the monster's path. The monster that has been cooked up and groomed in South Africa for the past 28 years is going to reach the point of no return. Make sure you are stocked up, prepared, and if you think you are the only nation to go through this, well, wait until you see the monsters which come out of what we see going on in the West right now. Better to be with a low IQ monster than have a super intelligent monster. I highly doubt any of the half-baked intellectuals will come out and point these things out. The white liberals in this country are comedians. They have been 100% wrong on every issue, yet we still hear them trying to have some sway over communist South Africa by saying what should the government do. They have not quite figured it out yet. They still think we live in some Western country or some form of democracy. Either they are outright liars or complete morons. Every white politician, every white intellectual I have heard open their mouths in South Africa for the past 30 years has been a complete closet Marxist without even realizing it. There is nothing scarier than seeing the blind lead the blind. To add fuel to the fire, we have pastors who still wish to sing Kumbaya and hold hands. Well, when the monster is hungry, you know who to feed him with first. You can feed the monster with these half-baked intellectuals and phony pastors. Maybe just before the monster is about to devour them, they can try to educate or discuss democracy with it. Let's see how long that lasts. When it comes to America, I am willing to bet that when the showdown comes to it with Russia and China working together, America will throw their hands in the air. I am willing to put money on it, that in the face of war in America by outside forces, America will not put up a fight. This is why only 20% of the country is left in the end. It is checkmate for America with Russia and China. They know it, Russia knows it, and so does China. Anyone willing to follow them into war is committing suicide. There is no way they can have a showdown with Russia, let alone with China in the mix. China has made leaps and bounds with their weapons, so has Russia. With the EU buckling, more countries will side with Russia, as we have seen with Belarus. More countries will join Russia, and this will also be part of the seer's words when Russia will return to its old ways. So if you are hoping America will save us, well, America cannot even save itself. It has become hypnotized by its own entertainment and grandiose ideas of democracy and world supremacy. There is one thing brainwashing other people, but when you brainwash yourself with your own entertainment and then still believe it despite all the evidence around you, well, that is the state of America. America is spent, bankrupt, morally bankrupt, racially bankrupt, and most of all spiritually bankrupt. The moral of the story of this video is step 1 complete, and do not be deceived. Praise the Almighty, seek the Almighty, put your faith in the Almighty, call out to the Most High, and you have been given this information freely. Freely I received, freely I give, and all I ask from you is for you to pray for the nation, pray for the nation. Pray for the future of the nation, and may we dedicate the future of this nation to the Most High. In the meantime, I shall pray for the next dream vision. May God bless you, bless South Africa, bless the white man of Africa, and may the 4-color fly above a free nation. Amen.